Welcome back to Fox 5's On the Hill Live this Sunday morning. We're continuing our conversation with candidates in 2022's election. This morning, we want to welcome in Maryland Congressional candidate for the Democrats, Glenn Ivey. He's running against Republican Jeff Warner in the 4th Congressional District. He is, as you know, a former state's attorney for Prince George's County. And we welcome Glenn Ivey back in to this program. First of all, thanks for being here.
Thanks for
I'll start off with some news of the week in Prince George's County. The county executive placed a curfew in the county because of what she said was an out-of-control crime environment in the county right now. You're running for Congress. You were a former state's attorney. What has gone on in Prince George's County that they get to these points where they have to do something as radical as making sure people don't leave their homes for the sake of public safety?
Well, I don't know if I'd state it that way because, we've seen crime increases in a lot of urban jurisdictions across the country, including Washington, D.C. And in fact, our crime rates are significantly lower than in the district, even though we have hundreds of thousands of more people. But I thought what happened there was we had a spike in August, and there was a desire, which I don't disagree with, to try and look at ways to reduce that crime, not only in the short run, but overall. I just think you need to have a comprehensive approach. So individual tactical pieces only work if you have the whole wraparound in place, like coordination between the court team, which is police, prosecutors, and judges. You also need intervention and prevention programs, things in the neighborhoods where you reach kids in advance. So you don't wait till they end up in court. You try and reach them, at-risk kids, and try and get them out of trouble before they get in it.
Obviously, when you were state's attorney, your job then was prosecuting crimes. As a congressman, though, one of your jobs would be to earmark funding for different projects within your congressional district to address things like crime prevention.
Absolutely.
What can be done from Capitol Hill beyond just the rhetoric that we hear all the time? You're somebody who's actually been on the front lines of working in that system.
Yeah.
There must have been times where you looked over your shoulder over at DC and said, boy, I could do my job better as a prosecutor if X and X and O had happened.
Great question. I think there's a funding piece, obviously. So there are a lot of federal programs where you can get additional funding for police, Violence Against Women Act to address domestic violence. You can look at efforts like that across the boards. And also, I think it's important to make sure that the funding has hooks in it so that you're pulling things in the right direction. So I'm in favor of getting additional police officers and paying them more, but I want to make sure we move away from the tactics where you have unjust stops of individuals because they fit a profile. Racial profiling in some of the traffic stops I think we need to address.
All right. As you know, this is a Sunday in the fall, and that means NFL football for a lot of folks. Prince George's County right now is the home to the stadium of the Washington Commanders. The owner, Daniel Snyder, has been under congressional inquiry for some time right now. Some of your Democratic colleagues have flat out said that they do not believe that they want a stadium in their jurisdiction if these questions about Mr. Snyder continue. As a congressional candidate, do you have a position on whether or not a team like the Washington Commanders under an owner like Daniel Snyder should continue if congressional inquiry and big questions about him from the House Oversight Committee continue? Should there be a stadium for that team in Prince George's County?
I think the bigger question from my perspective is what's the impact of the stadium in Prince George's County? So for example, to the extent sometimes owners ask for millions of dollars to be put up to build a new stadium or to expand a new stadium that's in place, we want to make sure that people get the bang for the buck. Because when we put our tax dollars in the middle of this, it's important for us to get a benefit from it. And frankly, with respect to the stadium that's there'd been talk about development coming up around it, which hasn't happened yet. I know Angela also Brooks is trying to push that forward now with a new plan. But we'd love to have the team be more supportive in pushing that forward.
I want to ask you about transportation. As you know, at one point, Governor Larry Hogan had proposed a plan to add express lanes around the entirety of the Maryland portion of the Beltway and also the BW Parkway. Now, that plan, at least in Prince George's County, is off the table.
Right.
But the problems of traffic in Prince George's County remain. What would you do as a congressional member to earmark funds for Prince George's County to improve transportation for folks? And a lot of them rely on mass transit.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the toll lanes, and I supported the effort by elected officials in Prince George's to not have that brought in. I thought sometimes you have the dynamic pricing that leads to real spikes that are not appropriate for what we're looking for. I do prefer mass transit. I hope the Purple Line gets moving faster because we'd like to get that built out. I think it'd be a great development piece for the county. And there are other projects too. I think we need to look at rapid bus transit, for example, to help.
He is Glenn Ivey. He is a candidate for Maryland's 4th Congressional District and the Democratic nominee for that office. We appreciate you coming in live, joining us once again.
Thanks for having me.
All right, good to have you.